Hello YouTube, this is Mega Man Z Team, aka The Shadow, and this is Let's Play Big Dig. I believe this is episode 5 or 6 now. I'm kind of losing track of keeping track of the episodes. Luckily my video recorder automatically numbers each video. So I've done quite a bit of work. I thought I was recording at the time when I was doing it, and I didn't, so I apologize in advance for all the massive changes I may have done and not showing you what I did do it. I'll definitely recap all the recipes. This peat bog farm's been really helping me out. I'm going to probably build a secondary one with a 5x5x4 farm. So I got the groundwork laid out, and now all I got to do now is make the farm blocks and what I like to call the engineering room. So a room essentially just like this one, where we got a small logistics setup going to. So we got any items that the farm produces. I keep it stocked with 8 bog earth and 8 dirt. As you notice, it just filled in. I'll show you how that took place. And then all items that are getting outputted down here get sent through the pipe, which right now it's cutting some wood. It's going into the chest. And I want to at least get to the wood going in the chest here to show you. And there goes the wood. It's going and being fed into the logistics storage system I have set up. It's not completely set up, but at least it's got a good starting point to where I can probably restart up the quarry again. There's the aqueous accumulator, pumping in all the water that this needs. Fertilizer, I haven't even had to refill it yet, but I do have it set up just in the unlikely event it does need to. Looks like I'll have to add some more bog earth. What I usually do for the bog earth is I'll do the original recipe for an empty cell, which is just tin, and then you get 16 of them. I fill all 16 with water, then I get one stack of sand and one stack of dirt, and then that way I'll get 2 stacks of bog earth in the end, and then I just fill up the chest with that. Periodically I will take out the occasional peat to go and help feed my other engines. I at least keep up to 3 or 4 to keep my peat engines filled and going. So they have the logistics supplier pipe set up. I said keep 2 stocked just in case it doesn't keep up fast enough with just one and might end up cooling it down, which I don't want them to cool down. I want them to keep going. I put these obsidian pipes here because I was noticing that the ash that's supposed to be stored up in here was being forcibly ejected out the supplier pipe. So when it becomes a free item, my hopes was that the obsidian pipe will pick it up and then send it down into the system to the chest, hopefully. I don't have a destination set up for ash, do I? That might be part of my problem too. I'll have to rethink that again. And so then this supplier pipe is set up to keep 8 bog earth, 8 dirt, 8 jungle seeds, 8 fertilizer, and 8 seeds to keep this going. So then what it does is when it goes into this chest, which just has a provider pipe on it, and then an extractor to extract just the wood, sand, and wheat. I may end up having it set up to extract peat. I'm not sure if I can do it as a set amount to be extracted to keep a certain amount in. I haven't really played around with it that much to know for sure if that would work. Since it's starting to stockpile a lot of dirt, I may end up taking it out and start a chest for dirt. But I probably have to manually manage that, so that way it's a little bit easier in the system without having to try to figure it out. I don't know if I can get, like I said, if I can set certain amounts to stay in chest while the rest gets extracted. I just don't know for sure. But yeah, so that's this particular multi-farm setup, I will, like I said, do another one, and it is raining. Let me turn that off. Um, but yeah, it's going to be a similar setup, but I probably will only have one power output, and it probably won't be running off a peat engine. I haven't decided. I kind of like the idea of having it as a renewable. It renews its own self by having like one peat bog or two farms to feed an engine to power the farm itself. But the next one will be probably have to be a manually managed farm because I want to get paper. I want to get more peat for now. I may end up changing the larger farm to not have peat later on by rebuilding the circuit board. Yeah, that's pretty much it for that. I did get into thermal expansion finally, and let me just go and gather these. Okay. And as you can see, I have stuff. I did rearrange the piping here so that way I can make sure that the redstone energy cell wasn't powering just one machine only, not getting to the rest. So I went and branched it off. As you can see, it has this down arrow, meaning it's taking energy out of the redstone energy cell and outputting it to the rest of the machines. Currently I have the output turned off because all the machines are fully powered. So I'll probably turn on the output again when it gets to be when I go to use it. I probably have it up to 2 MJ, but as you can see, it's already draining, and it shouldn't be draining when there's nothing really drawing it. So I have it set to off for now. Okay, my music's getting too loud for my headset here, so I'm gonna have to lower that down a little bit. Ah, there we go. I can actually hear myself think and talk. Alright, so I have this energy tesseract that I set up that's connected to my energy room, which is also in the storage room for now. Unless I decide to actually make a proper engine room, but I really don't think I'll be doing that because I'll probably want to have solar-based engines. I haven't decided yet. So far, I've been using peat engines to kind of get me by. So basically, this is feeding energy into this, which is, you see, it's slowly building up. So I should probably show all the different recipes I've done. So for the pulverizer, it requires the redstone reception coil. Now you have to be careful with these recipes because they can look a lot alike between the different coils. But then a piston and a machine frame, which is a pretty easy recipe. But the reception coil, it requires a gold ingot. For the other one, for some of the more advanced ones, require electrum ingot, and so it can really fool you, a good one. Luckily, that didn't happen with me, so I got lucky. So the magma crucible. Ultimately, I want to start getting some tongue-tied magnetic engines, but I want to get I need to get a pump set up and liquid tesseracts and maybe another energy tesseract to produce another energy based. I'm not sure if they consistently run, that they won't break down, or after they get to a certain temperature they force themselves shut down until you repair it. So I'm not sure. I'll have to read up more on that. Like when they break down, is it when they have no energy being drawn out that they break down, or what? But anyways, the magma crucible. This is very handy, but it does require a trip to the nether because you need nether brick. And this one also is the reception coil with the gold ingot. Machine frame, bucket. You take soul sand and netherrack to form another brick. That's interesting. 3 netherrack can be compressed into that. Interesting. I don't think I have a soul forge. I'm guessing that's probably from soul shards. I was having some troubles with my liquid transposer. I had some ender liquid here, and I couldn't get it to come back into here because I was filling it up with redstone. But I cleared out the redstone, tried to get to fill from the top back in, like this, and having it set to this, but it wasn't pulling it in, which was really surprising me. So if you know how to resolve that, let me know. But so now I pretty much don't use the tank if I can help it. So basically I put in whatever I need to melt down, which is going to either be redstone or ender pearls, which I'll need more ender pearls if I want to get another tesseract going. And if you need these redstone energy conduits, then that's where you melt down your redstone. You need at least 2 redstone to fill up an energy conduit, and about 40 redstone to do the redstone energy cell, because that will basically for every 2 redstone you get 50 millibuckets of liquid, and you need at least 1,000 for the cell and just 50 for the energy conduits. Induction smelter. I can't remember why I made this. Ah, right, hardened glass. That's why. I need induction smelter. This one requires Invar ingots, which requires 2 iron dusts and pulverized ferrous ore. So you do need the pulverizer to even get this started. And that also uses the reception coil. So basically, like I said, I pretty much use this for hardened glass so I can make the energy conduits and pretty much everything else that requires the energy, or I don't even know if I'm saying that right. I apologize. For energy, liquid, and items if you're doing Tesseract. Which I need to go and show you how to do those. Let's see, I think it's just under energy. Energy. Sometimes it's hard to remember how to spell. Alright, so what you have to start off with to do the redstone energy cells, you gotta create the energy cell frame empty, which is electrum ingots, hardened glass, which requires 2 pulverized obsidian. So you have to pulverize 2 obsidian ores to go and produce 2 obsidian dust. Then a lead ingot to produce 2 hardened glass. And of course it does require diamonds, so it does get a little on the expensive side, but the payoff is kind of handy to have it around, portable energy. So once you have that filled through the liquid transposer, then you want to go and take the full, which you see here is the empty frame getting filled with at least need this much energy in the liquid transposer, and as I said, 1 bucket full of liquid redstone. Then, once you have that, then you put in a crafting table for 3 electrum ingots, 2 lead ores, and as you see, this is a different coil. It's the conductance coil, which is the electrum bar. Now, for the tesseract, I need to actually spell out as tesseract, otherwise I'm not going to get all the recipes. You have to start off with the tesseract frame. Again, hardened glass, but tin. So this is a lot cheaper recipe in my opinion. Still, though, it does use a diamond. But what can you say? It's well worth it. So then you fill it in with molten ender. 1 ender pearl is 250 millibuckets, so you need at least 4 to go and fill up the tesseract. Once it's full, you will go and you need to tune it. And so with the unattuned, you can choose, for me I was doing energy, so I was doing an electrum bar, silver, lead ingots, and again the conductance coil. So if I do the magma, I'm going to have to go and use the liquid formula, which will also require pneumatic servo, copper, silver, and tin. And the pneumatic servo is pretty cheap. And then for the quarry, I'm going to set up an item tesseract so I don't have to go all over the place for it. So it's pretty much silver, tin, and another pneumatic servo. But yeah, so that takes care of that area. I've been improving the crafting area. I put a requester pipe here for whenever I need anything in case I don't go upstairs to get it, which is this one up there. I have a requester connected to a chest so that doesn't go flying all over the place on me. Whereas this one, it doesn't really matter if it goes flying over because it's not going to easily disappear on me. I'm going to be doing all the gears, and I'm going to try to get module recipes in there. I had to break up my storage system because my items were starting to go into all these chests randomly, and I didn't want that. So I'm going to go and eventually get my Mark IIs all finished. I hear lava. That's interesting. So I got this one filled up. This item sink will have my sugarcane, paper, gold, redstone, or sorry, gold nuggets, redstone, lapis lazuli, nikolite, and glowstone, which I've already filled up. This one is set up for sand, wood, planks, jungle planks, I should say, sticks, and my wheat. And this one has not been set up yet, but I do have obsidian, flint, and marble set up in there. I probably have to upgrade that chest because I'm guessing I'm going to encounter a lot more marble with the next quarry I set up. Didn't put anything in. I thought I might have put some more stuff in others. Here I put cobble, gold, and iron. Oh, I also set this up as an alternate for marble for now, which is going to be fine. I'll probably end up adding other ores in here, or I'll dedicate a chest strictly to ores, and I'll have to break it up. I probably still will filter out cobble for now, because cobble is an easy thing. I could probably just build a cobble generator and get as much cobble as I ever need just by requesting it. I forget that. I hate that. Nothing in there, nothing in there. So basically, if I have items when I'm trying to rearrange inventory, I just toss them into the obsidian pipe and it'll get resorted for me. Here is the peat energy producer. This energy cell's gonna need to get filled up again to fill up the one up above. So basically, these are saying all energy is going to be coming out of the peat-fired engines into the redstone energy, and since it's connected to the energy tesseract, it's going to drain because it is set to only go and send only. So it's not going to ever receive energy, it's only sending it out. Also, if you ever know about how to fix that inventory tweaks error, let me know, because that's been driving me crazy on so many different mod pack builds I've been using. That's even in the 1.5.1 builds I've tried working with. I'm gonna get some peat going here, so I'll get some energy build up. I'll eventually have to come back and collect the ash. I would set up an automated thing, but as you saw in the multi-farm, the ash is getting just out because it was connected to a supplier pipe, and the supplier pipe doesn't like redirecting stuff, it just wants to put stuff in. I might have to go and mention that to Logistics Pipes group and say, can you provide a supplier extractor type of pipe where you set up what goes in, and if there's anything that's to be out, to go and extract it out, or have it as a module pipe, or a module for chassis pipe. So we'll see how well they'll take that kind of suggestion. I know they've been liking a number of the suggestions I've put in, or have reiterated and given better explanations as why. But that's pretty much it. I just kind of need to go and give you a heads up before I got too much further, uh, and make you wondering what in the world did I just do. So like I said, I'm going to start working on getting a new multi-farm going. I'll probably have it as maybe 1 or 2 or all peat. I haven't decided. No, I can't have it all peat. I'll probably have the larger size of the farms, which would be the west and east farms being peat again, so I get the most out of peat, and then I'll have one as reed for paper, and I forgot what I was going to do with the other one. Might actually both be reed, because I don't really need to do more wheat. I mean, I got plenty of wheat there, as well as at the village. Oh, cactus! That's what I was going to do. Reed and cactus. So that way I can get some green dyes and waterproofing if I need waterproofing. I'm going to have to improve that chest, aren't I? Yes, I will. Okay. So if I have anything in my inventory up here, I just throw it in here, and the quick sort's going to go and take care of it for me, which should at any moment. Unless I already did it and I wasn't fast enough. Oh, there it goes. See? No more. I'm going to just keep these items in here because it's free storage and I don't really need to have it going anywhere. I'll take those arrows just to be for the heck of it. And quick format that. Arrows can go in here. I may end up actually adding the legs yet. I haven't decided yet. Like I said, I've used the feet so I can go and take my fall damage. I do notice if I was ever in creative mode and I have the power tool out, I fly slower than having any other item. So I don't know what's up with that. It might be a weird bug with power suits. Or modular power suits, I guess how it's referred to as. That's the configuration file I'm thinking of. Yeah, so eventually we'll get this crafting system expanded. If I have any items that will require satellite pipe, I'll probably have piping coming along the side and then chest next to it with the satellite pipe to go and help with the crafting process. I know that in other logistics builds that the RE battery and energy crystals love to give me a hard time, so I may have to try doing something different. I'm thinking I might be able to get around that with Zycraft though. But Zycraft isn't in the Big Dig, so it may have to be something I'll do with one of my own custom mod packs. But that's kind of what I'm doing with my limitations with Big Dig. If you have any other questions, or if you want to see me make something, or how to operate something, let me know. I will research it and I will go and put it in the next video. I do see that I happen to got another subscriber. Thank you, Dave M. That's awesome. I always love more subscribers because that means people are actually watching my videos. Yay! But yeah, that should be pretty much it. I will go and I'll probably do some more offline play, so deal with the boring stuff and showcase what I've done and any recipes that are required for it. So I hope everyone has a wonderful day.